invite Go Traffx. Hello, my thirsty friends. Don't usually come to startup conventions. But when I do, I make things like Go Traffx.
So, we conduct a bunch of research this weekend, and just like all the rest of you, we've drawn a conclusion on a business plan. The plan is that we're going to bring ads to vehicles in a pleasing fashion for both the business and the driver. Now, the hardest part about that is, well, of course, the price point, but also the attractivity, the signal that the driver is representing. If you have a really nice car, you don't want some bum sticker on the back of it. So, my solution is a social element. We'll get to that later. Second, after rolling this thing out, hooking the businesses requires a bit of data, a promise for them. And in order to fulfill that promise, we have to first get our drivers. So, let's see what it looks like to sign up as a driver when we launch this thing. Once we launch Go traffx, you come in as a driver and you fill in all of these fields with the normal everyday contact information. But the most important is your driver's license and insurance, at least to the business. Then you kind of move on and begin to specify your vehicle. You would pick, of course, a car, a truck, an SUV, and then upload an image. That way the business can verify your vehicle. Next, you pick which place you would like to display your sticker and what size, because that will obviously determine some sort of price point. After that, you get to look at a list of companies, either looking for you or ones that you suggest. We have an option to upload a company that you'd be interested in representing to show your support, sort of like Pinterest mixed with NASCAR on the back of your BMW. At any rate, after you do that, you wait a while, they'll contact you, and there's a whole lot of following up to do, but that's to see when we get to the business side. Now, if you're a business applying, you come in, you fill out your contact information in this sleek form here. And, well, registration costs $10 just as a startup. You upload your icon, and then you get to understand the charges. You get 10% taken off of your monthly payments that you're offering your drivers by us, because we need the profit. And the ad size obviously determines how much you'll be paying. Also, there's an installation charge. At any rate, the follow-up is you pick your drivers, and it's filed in such a fashion to where the first ones that show up are the people looking for your particular business. Then you research all of their information, and, well, for now, you're only allowed one ad, one size. We want to keep it exclusive. And, well, we'd like to team
All right,
it.
guys, Go Traffx.
Yeah.
Reach 4 minutes.
Oh, the other one. That's your question.
Judges, please
I know
feel
what
free to
you're
ask
looking
questions.
Well, this is more of a comment, but I think businesses are going to be most interested in knowing how much this car is on the road and where it's driving around.
Exactly what I was about to get at, but I ran out of time.
Yeah.
So, the idea is that we're going to try to team up with some startup in this very room. Yaz's, I don't know where the hell he's standing. App tracker, step tracker, tracer, is that right? Jesus. Step tracer? Who the hell is the name?
Can I help?
Yeah.
So we researched that and we found out there's particular data that we can pull publicly. It's called traffic patterns, traffic courses. So I think we can make up like the formula later, like algorithm. We didn't have time, but we can come up with dynamic pricing. So depending on where you locate it and depending how we're gonna trace people, we can actually do variable pricing. So
Yeah.
the more busy area you are, the more
That's where I was headed.
the
You
more
ought
you're
to,
gonna get paid.
you ought to have them pay by the exposure,
Yeah,
right?
so-
Because if you get the right guy that's driving all day every day, he's worth a lot more money than the person that drives
That is the plan.
in at 8 and out at 5.
We'll track their mileage.
And
I'm saying the sign up, when you say how much is an ad, give the business the opportunity to buy it by the mile. Then they're not committed. You know, it's like, well, or do it like clicks. You can just pay so much.
How do you ensure that the car owner or the truck owner has not taken off
That's
the
a
advertising?
question that we keep hearing. We didn't have time to go into details, but we do know there's might be a couple of solutions. Like if you know a lot of insurance companies like Aviva or Principal, they started doing this GPS that track your car and track your accidents, whatever. So that might be an option. Then we can either solve it by hardware or software. We already have an app in mind they can send the data through emails, so we might tap into that, but there's really no way to make sure, like, enforce anything. Like, we just hope that people not,
The idea with
Can you guys just speak up a little bit?
Oh,
There's-
yeah.
I'm having trouble
The
hearing.
idea with Step Tracer, though, if I understand correctly how it works, you would take a picture with tagged to your GPS location. So you would have to take a picture of that sticker on your car at point A, and then when you get to point B, take the same picture at the second location. So it proves pretty much that it was on in between those locations.
Well, I mean, I think it becomes it's semantics. You just let people they like vote down people they don't want to do business with again, and let the community
Yes.
vote them
Yeah,
down.
and still in all, it
Um,
really does have that social element. You're correct.
So you guys have come a
People
really
want it.
long way in the in the last 24 hours. Like this is awesome. You've come a really long way. Well done.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You guys done?
Yep.
All right. We keep the.